take a seat, sit back, relax, and welcome to the Kladecast. Today with me I have my good friends Austin Endicott, Anthony Powell, and Beckman Nig.
Hello.
Did I say your last name wrong?
It's Endicott.
Endicott, my bad. I always say it wrong. Okay, well, hello everyone. How are you guys doing today? You guys doing well?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. It's raining outside. Austin said it was hailing.
Yeah, it was hailing like super hard at like 11, but it's gone better.
Yeah, it's better now. Yeah.
Yeah, so we were, me, Beckman, and Anthony, we were going to go surfing this morning, but we can't go out because there's a bunch of stuff draining out into the ocean, so we can't go out or else we'll get really sick.
Yeah. AIDS. Yeah.
Yeah, AIDS, gonorrhea.
Yeah. Maybe.
We actually just looked at the waves and
they're insane. They're insane.
It's big.
You totally want to check them out.
So also in Mexico, it's still been going on. It hasn't been reported on a lot, but Mexico's been dumping tons of waste into the ocean.
I've seen that all over Instagram.
Yeah, so yeah, they're dumping out tons of like sewage waste and a bunch of plastic out into the ocean. So it's maybe in the close future we might not even be able to swim in most of the West Coast area because they're polluting it so much.
Is that like making us way closer to where we are? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's getting all trashy.
I've seen that on Instagram.
Yeah.
It looks so gross.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah.
That bothers me a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's just that specific thing. That just bothers me. I mean, my friend's in Mexico right now. Actually, me, one of the friends I go diving with a lot, and then another friend from Flips are in Mexico, and he's like doing flips off a boat, and the water's just green. I don't know if it's literally it's like in like a bay. It might be like what's that name? Guadalupe? No, is that even
Guatemala?
in Mexico? I don't know.
You're thinking Guatemala, right?
I don't know. I know there's a big bay in Mexico.
Are you talking about Guantanamo Bay?
Terrorists.
something. But yeah. Anyways, the water's just green. It's like
That's
horrible.
really nasty. You know, do you know the way that most cartel members in Mexico get guns from confiscated military guns? So they're getting them from Americans.
Yeah, I heard there's like, Americans just be like arming people. Like,
Well, guns are great, so
Yeah. No, guns are
guns,
something else.
no better.
Better.
When I was with my grandma, she was talking about how she wants to carry a pistol in her purse everywhere she goes, so that if there's,
Good
she
for
wants
her.
she wants a pistol everywhere she
Good for
goes.
her.
Yeah.
Do you think, Austin? I know you were talking a little bit before how you were a little bit against guns. Do you think everyone should have a gun?
Grandma with the Glock, maybe not the best idea. I'm just saying, like, as soon as you bring lethal force into like an altercation, that's when it becomes dangerous. Like, if Grandma's getting mugged at gunpoint, like, maybe the person's not going to shoot her, but as soon as she whips out her pistol, like, the dude's definitely going to shoot her. So, like, I don't know if it really makes
But
it
if the
safer.
if the guy at the bus stop right there sees Grandma getting robbed with a gun and he has a gun too, or maybe that guy wouldn't have robbed him if he would have known that.
But what if Grandma has John Wick skills though?
Yeah, then
It could
she's
just-
chilling.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it's fine.
very
Grandma
Yeah.
unlikely.
doesn't have John Wick skills. She's not qualified to hold a firearm whatsoever. She's a grandma.
Well,
Yeah.
grandmas, you don't know what's
My
going to go on
grandma
with
has a
grandmas.
gun.
You know.
You don't know what's going on in the twisted mind of grandma.
Yeah, you
bro.
don't
She
know what's
might
in
wanna
their
go
past.
shoot up a mall or
You know,
something.
she could touch you a couple times,
Well,
maybe a lot.
They have before you buy a gun, they have you take a test. Maybe
Yeah.
they should just have that for elderly. That test should be
elderly,
Well,
elderly shooting license.
I
every
think
6 months maybe for them.
I think it's good that people are able to have open carry and like just personal carry. I feel like everyone should be able to own a gun, but I feel like a lot of people need to take a psychological test before. I feel like to own a gun you have to be
Definitely.
psychically sane.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Can somebody please explain to me open carry? I don't understand why that's
so-
a thing at all.
So open carry is allowed. It when I was in Arizona, they had open carry and it was kind of intense seeing. Like we went to a pool and there was just a guy like waiting for his kids to come to him and he just had a big old Glock like on the side of his hip and you could see it.
Yeah, that's
So the thing is that like it's there to intimidate people. So like you don't do anything because you know someone has a gun.
Yeah, that's why in Texas,
Yeah, but it like also intimidates people who aren't trying to do anyone any harm. If I see a dude with a gun at the pool, like I'm gonna be intimidated even if I'm not trying to do something that will make him shoot me.
Yeah, that is facts.
But
That'd be
wouldn't-
weird.
I mean, If you're not doing anything wrong, who cares? Cops have guns on all the time. And
Yeah,
walk
I
by a
know. It's
cop,
just
I
like
don't
seeing
feel-
seeing
Yeah,
a
everyone
random
loves
person with a
cops,
gun. Seeing a random person with a gun is always gonna be a little eerie because we live in fucking California. There's no one has guns here. You know, all you see is cops. But if you see some random fucking dude walking around with a gun, tell me you're not gonna be like a little bit nervous, like just a little
It
bit.
seems like open carry is just like an excuse for people to flex their guns.
Yeah, exactly.
We had concealed carry, but we weren't flexing enough, so now we have open carry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean, if it's a thing, let them. I mean, who cares?
yeah. I don't.
Yeah, in California they
Oh.
don't have open or closed carry because having a pistol is a lot easier. I think you're the one that like was talking to me about it, but it's a lot easier to commit crimes with a pistol than it is with like a shotgun.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a lot easier to get something like a shotgun in California than it is.
Yeah,
a
you have to be
handgun.
Well, you have to
21.
be 21
Yeah.
to buy a. Well, first of all, in California, you have to be 21 to buy a gun.
Yeah.
Anyway, unless you're underage and you have a hunter's license, you can buy rifles, long barrel rifles.
That's pretty crazy.
But in order to own a gun in California, you have to be 21.
Did you
I mean,
guys
that's-
ever have Mr. O'Kane at Paris?
I did. Yeah, I
He
did.
would always flex about how he bought like his 5-year-old a shotgun.
Yeah, dude. Mr. O'Kane was always on some tweaker shit. If you look at my Instagram, dude, Mr. O'Kane, he's like my second photo, dude. It was just my caption was me and my only friend. Yeah. No, he's the goat though. But yeah, I don't know. I think guns are kind of like needed. You know, we do have a lot of shootings and stuff, but like if you go to Texas, you're not. No one's gonna like fuck with you or anything because like everyone has a gun. Like literally everyone.
Well,
It's so
also,
easy to get a gun.
You
there.
just compare the crime rate from Los Angeles to Texas.
Yeah.
Or New York also has a lot of gun restrictions. One of the highest crime rates
Yeah.
in the U.S.
Do you think that teachers should be armed with guns?
Yes.
Fuck no.
Yes,
No.
I think so.
No, I'm not gonna like imagine your teacher. You like say something wrong.
Yeah, like especially in like public school, I've had some very whack teachers that I would not trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, maybe not teachers, but like I think that there should be like at least an armed person on campus. at all
Definitely not
times.
the security guards, bro. I trust them even less than the teachers.
Yeah, bro. Yeti with a fucking 12 gauge. Like, no, you don't know who Yeti is. He's just a super
Or
tall
maybe they
dude.
just have like these like boxes in the schools, and it's like when there's an emergency, like
W-
There's
and-
like
The kids,
That,
they have
then
like
the
a-
school
they have like-
shooter goes straight there.
Yeah.
That's his first stop.
there's like a gun in every classroom, but not even the teacher can access it until
only the kids.
they like
Yeah.
click the big red button in the office and like.
The teachers just start arming up. They're like, pulling their like flak jackets out and shit. Just
Dude, the teacher
Bro,
just
that'd be
pulls out the
badass.
nade. Get down!
no, she got like C4. She puts it in front of the fucking door. She's like, "All right, guys, listen."
She starts handing out guns.
They just put on the announcement. All the kids go to the cafeteria now. School shooter. All the kids are in the cafeteria. Just set up the C4. Just wait till he comes and blows them up. Troll. Our next question today is a rhetorical question, and it's what describes happiness? What describes happiness to you, and how do you think happiness should be described by others?
My AR-15.
I don't know. Just
I mean,
Just
I
like-
just think personal fulfillment, like whatever.
Yeah.
Because that means something different to every person, because every person was brought up differently. But whatever fulfills you personally, I think is.
I think
happy.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
doing, because there's a lot that can get in the way of people's happiness, like other people's actions and
Yeah.
what other people do and their decisions, if they're close to you or not, can have an effect on how you live your life. Maybe it could always be in the back of your head, or
Yeah.
that that's going on or something. But as long as you're doing like just what makes you happy, because I almost personally think happiness is a choice, because if you can either choose to like feel sorry and about certain things, or you can always look at the bright side and carry on and understand that it's not out of your control and have a fuck budget kind of.
Yeah, I think that people are really focusing on the negatives, and because people focus on the negatives, they miss all the positives in life. And in my description of what happiness is, I like to consider it wellness. I think that people that are have a decent amount of money that are able to just keep themselves alive, like that's one way of happiness. Health, like to be healthy, like that's part of your happiness and wellness. And just like being social. I feel like a lot of people that aren't social just are not happy.
yeah. and,
Yeah, we
and a Brazzers Premium. Shit goes hard. That's the key to happiness right there.
Well, if you have a lot of money, then you can have subscriptions to all your favorite brands. So maybe
Dang,
money
bros.
is the key to happiness.
Oh, also food is a big part of
Yeah,
happiness.
food is a big
like
part of
eating good
happiness,
food every
yeah.
day, like looking forward to be like knowing that like
Good food.
I'm grubbed in that.
Do you,
I call you in the morning. You're like, I'm eating ice
Dude,
cream
yeah.
right now.
Never been happier.
No, that is facts. Yeah.
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 do you guys think that money is relative to happiness? Do you think that you have to have money to be happy?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Well, I do think it can help because, like, I was talking about, like, doing what fulfills you makes you happy. If you have money fulfills you, then that's what makes you happy. If,
Yeah.
like, buying
Yeah,
stuff
that's
is what
true.
fulfills you, then...
Yeah,
money
everyone
fulfills
everyone
you.
has their own
That's
opinion.
also if you think about it, buying things, expensive things, material items, like materialistic items, you're buying stuff and you feel good about it and you have money and you're buying like expensive cars and whatever it is, you're buying Audi R8s and fucking designer clothing and you have all this money, it's still unnecessary to be buying those things.
And you're eventually gonna get sad for
You know
doing
what I'm
that
saying?
stuff too.
It's like when
It's
you
also-
hack GTA
it's
and get
almost-
unlimited money.
yeah, it's
like,
like,
yeah,
oh
boring in,
wow,
like, 3 days.
I have everything.
It's almost
Cool.
like it's almost like there might be some insecurity behind it. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not saying that everybody that has money is like that, and just because you drive a nice car doesn't mean you're like that. But I'm just
No.
saying, there's definitely I've heard a lot and seen a lot of videos and people talk about how they have money and
And they're
like
not
Gary
really
Vee. I
happy.
don't know if you've seen Gary Vee. There's a guy
Yeah, I know. Gary
and
Vee.
I guess he was talking to some guy that like has this $1 million business now, but
He's just not happy.
he's just not happy and he feels
Yeah.
insecure, like he has to wear nice stuff all the time.
I feel like money can buy you experiences though. Like you could pay to like go on a trip somewhere and
Yeah.
that can make you happy. But like being materialistic and like I don't think you could be happy with all that. And if you're really rich, like it's probably really hard to find love. Like you're gonna have all those gold diggers on you.
No.
You're never gonna find.
Yeah, that's why you drive around in a
100%.
shitty car, and then as soon as she's like, once your Tinder date gets in the car, you're like,
I got millions.
I got millions, bae.
Yeah.
And then you bring her to your crib, and then
you wife your Tinder date.
yeah, then you wife your Tinder date. Exactly.
No, yeah, definitely. Actually, my dad, we were doing work at a jewelry store, and the guy sent my dad to go get lunch, and he gave him the keys to this really nice, like, 2019 C-Class Mercedes, LED lights and convertible, just super nice car. And we're driving down the street with it, and people do look at you more, like, people
Yeah.
actually, like, it's
Yeah.
just crazy how that is how it is.
Yeah, that's how like people justify you nowadays, like by fame and like wealth and shit. But
Yeah, but just like the GTA hack, fame
Yeah.
and wealth, fame is just like that. Like,
Yeah.
once you
Yeah.
have all these people looking at you, that becomes the new normal. So you're
Yeah.
only happy once you have more than that amount of people looking at you, and
But
once you
you're
have
not.
less, then you become unhappy.
No,
yeah,
Definitely,
exactly.
definitely.
And that's like why a bunch of celebrities like I don't know, like
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Bill
feel like
Cosby. Like
He's
he had
down
too many
horrible
people.
right now.
He had too many people looking at him, bro.
I feel like I feel like a lot of celebrities are probably really depressed
Yeah.
because if I somehow got really famous and I couldn't go out in public like without being stopped like consistently,
Yeah.
like that would really suck. Like I couldn't be doing like things that I want to be doing. I'd
Yeah,
kind of have to
exactly.
Yeah,
seclude
that's why
myself.
so many celebrities kill themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That'd be really lonely.
Yeah, I mean, but if I go outside and everyone's just hyping me up all the time, I go
Well, yeah.
outside.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
If
like,
you're like Danny Duncan famous, that would be low key hype.
yeah. Well,
Like,
he's living it,
Like
dude.
people respect you, but like
Yeah.
people like Justin Bieber, and it's just a bunch of little fangirls and stuff just screaming at him. Like
It really
that
depends what your
famous.
image is.
There's like a big difference between like Danny Duncan famous and Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Like Danny isn't even famous compared to
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Dave Chappelle, he doesn't. He makes sure that people don't ask him for pictures. Like he just doesn't take pictures with anyone.
I get that.
That's
yeah,
his- that's his
it would
right.
get annoying.
I mean,
it would get really
He
annoying.
doesn't have to if he doesn't want to.
Yeah, that would kind of suck. Like Robin Williams. Like I get it. Like that. Like he was probably one of the most famous actors besides like Eddie Murphy and like Jim Carrey and like all of them. And like, well, they're all up there. But like
Yeah.
he has been in so many movies that like he's probably constantly just getting like just recognized by everyone. Like
Okay,
that.
wait, I have
that
a question
sucks.
for you guys.
Yeah.
If you are a famous person and a fan comes up to you, like, and you want to just ignore them, do you have like a duty to respond to them because they helped you get to where you are?
No.
I think so. I feel like if someone is like you should talk to them. I don't think they deserve anything, but I feel like you should at least conversate with them and just like respect their existence. You shouldn't just like throw them away like they're a piece of trash or like toss them aside. Be like, no, you're not worthy enough to talk to.
No,
I feel like that's super
I
disrespectful.
understand that, but it also has to go vice versa. You know, what if he was already saying hi to a lot of fans that day?
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and he's so overwhelmed. Like, a lot of people are overwhelmed. Like,
Yeah,
I'd
be
there's a
angry.
YouTuber, Tanner Brongart, just stopped doing YouTube altogether. He's so overwhelmed by.
Damn, he must be rich.
Yeah. No, there's like, I wouldn't do it like, cause, you know, imagine just people just walking up to you all day and just saying your
Yeah, that
name.
would be horrible.
Like, I mean, it might be cool for the first couple of days, but like, you can't even do like regular activities
No,
outside.
that would be. So
You have to do it in private. Like, it sucks.
You gotta wear a disguise.
Yeah. Dude, you could.
Wear Spider-Man costume.
I was thinking more of like a gimp suit.
The
you know,
banana
like,
suit. You gotta wear the
the banana suit.
Nobody
They
will
can see.
recognize
They'll
you.
be like, bro, who the fuck is that guy?
He must be fast.
Who's that guy in the banana suit?
Whoa,
I
dude.
think the banana's a metaphor.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. I wouldn't respond to anyone. I'd just keep on going, give them a quick backhand, you know. Easy. It's easy over with. And you know they wouldn't wash their face after that if you're that famous too.
What was it? A lot of celebrities they overdose on drugs because they can't handle it. I think Robin Williams he passed away from
No,
drugs?
he hung himself.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well, that's like the same like
Yeah.
kind of same. Heath Ledger killed himself with drugs, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Mac Miller.
Elvis Presley, all
Yeah,
of those
all-
big time.
Yeah.
people. Michael Jackson technically didn't kill himself.
No.
But who knows?
Michael Jackson's still alive. What do you
Yo,
mean?
I've seen some weird
I've
stuff on that too. It's kind of crazy.
I could believe Michael Jackson's still alive.
Yeah, me too. No. It's like it sounds completely crazy, but like I watched this whole like conspiracy theory video on it, and there's just so many pictures of like this one dude, but he's always in different outfits. Like it looks like he puts on a little bit of makeup, but like you look at the pictures of his nose compared to these pictures of this dude, because it's usually the side angle, and it's the exact same thing.
Yo, so where does this guy reside though? That they keep getting pictures of who looks like Michael Jackson.
Bro, it's the disguises.
Yeah, it's all the disguises. No, like literally, it's just like he has all the same facial features and everything, but like he's always at big events. They're not.
Related to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he went to his own funeral.
Yeah,
dude.
I saw that.
There was people like thinking that they
saw him. There was
yeah.
a lot of people saying that
Yeah.
they saw him.
they saw him at his own funeral.
And there's pictures of Michael Jackson's daughter with like Michael like
In
someone that
the
looks-
back.
in the back seat.
In the back seat. It was so weird, and it looks like Michael
What?
Jackson. Yeah, and there's just. Did you see the one of the ambulance when?
Yeah, he got out. The ambulance when he died. He was taken in an ambulance and someone recorded it.
Yeah.
Of him walking out of the
Yeah,
ambulance.
literally walking out with his head down, them like pushing him into the room super fast.
So like you could not see him.
I
like,
could low-key believe that because he's done some messed up stuff that would
Yeah,
make you
dude.
want to go into hiding.
Wonderland.
Yo.
Yeah. That fool's weird.
the documentary's
But
crazy.
before he died, did people already kind of know that he had like this little fetish for kids?
No,
I
that
think
all
so.
came up pretty recently.
Yeah.
A while ago.
No, I thought that there was rumors about it, but no one like had proof.
Yeah.
Only recently, like the people came out and they filmed the documentary Wonderland.
Like he was so famous. Like imagine he was at that level where he could fake his death and still be alive after that. Because
He
dude,
had so much money.
there were people at his show right when he walked out. People were just fainting. Like you know, like these like they pay like hundreds of dollars to go see this dude, and they faint in the first 5 seconds of seeing him.
That's
Like
so goofy. I will never understand that.
Yeah,
That,
me
like,
either.
love for like they're just
Yeah.
normal people, and like this one happens to stare looking.
Well, this dude was-
yeah, like Bruce Jenner. Like that's the only person I'd faint to.
Caitlyn Jenner now.
Yeah.
Guys being serious, bro?
Bro, are you telling me Bruce Jenner isn't real anymore?
Yo,
Bro,
what's
you
going
telling me I can fuck Bruce Jenner?
Yo. Oh my god.
What was it?
What about Kanye? Is he up for grabs?
What was it? I think that Michael Jackson faked his death when rumors started coming out about him in Wonderland, and then that's when he faked his death. So then everyone
Yeah.
would just
Dude,
ignore
it's-
the fact.
I mean, that's pretty believable.
Yeah, that
kind
is
of-
believable.
It's
yeah.
hard for me to believe that Michael Jackson would do that though.
I feel like that's
he covered up a lot of stuff. You know, he's got a documentary about him. He's famous as shit, and imagine all that like rape.
Yeah, but
shit coming out.
imagine those parents like that were like, you know,
they didn't
like,
give a
that
shit about their
they
kids
came
getting
home and
raped.
like
They
maybe
didn't-
said something that was a little sus about Michael Jackson, but they're also just little kids. And
Well, they didn't know any better.
sue the fuck
Yeah,
out
but
of
I
Yeah.
mean, if Michael
This is not so
Jackson's
much
taking your
money.
little kid on vacations, like your kid's probably getting fucked.
Yeah, no, you're like, I'm getting some money.
But yeah,
okay.
the thing is with that is that everyone was just like my son's getting the opportunity to hang out with like the most famous person in the world. Like,
Yeah.
Why would I not let him do that?
Yeah, and
they
it's
didn't think because no one ever thought anything bad of him. He was the king of pop.
Back
Yeah.
to like this weird view of celebrities, like he's the most famous person in the world. It's like you still got to think, why does he want to hang out with your kid?
Yeah, that's just
Person.
weird. No, I would not let Michael Jackson look in my son's butthole. Okay? That would not happen. It's just not okay. No, that shit's all weird. There's like all this stuff about like all these conspiracy theories about like these celebrities. We need Jonathan Correa on this bitch, bro. We need him. Like
He's going to be on in the future.
yeah, no, he has to.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next
Yeah.
topic, and our next topic today is drugs. And we talked this a little bit about this before the podcast. Also, Anthony, you had a really interesting story about like family drugs and drug use. Like, you want to tell that story?
Yeah, drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
It's a great message.
Drugs
It's a
are
great
bad.
message. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I developed a bad weed addiction when I was young, probably like 14, and led to other things that I needed to stop doing
Yeah.
because whether it's genetic or not, or whether it's whatever it is, I have that kind of addictiveness runs through my family. And Beckman can relate to that too.
I
think.
can. Yeah.
So I don't do drugs anymore.
Yeah, Anthony, you used to be a delinquent kid.
I was.
You used to be a lot different than you are now, but you've stopped doing all of that.
I was bad.
And now
Mr.
you're-
Guap Stacker.
Guap stacker.
Yeah, now Anthony's stopped doing that. Now he's working and he's making a lot of
Yeah,
money.
I've seen this
And
kid.
for everybody that still doesn't believe I do, for people that knew me, that when I did do that, because it was hard for Beckman to believe, it was hard for everybody to believe that I didn't do anything anymore. I literally don't. And
I
I
can-
will piss in a cup for you.
No, I can be as, yeah, I can agree with that. I remember, well, are we allowed to say this?
Yeah, no, you can talk. I mean,
So-
Anthony doesn't do any of this
So
stuff.
no.
anymore.
I
So
know.
there was one day that Anthony comes over and like, we were pretty young. Yeah, we were some young.
14, 15.
No. We were like 15, 16, and Anthony comes over one day. I was like, yo, are we smoking up or what? He's like, no. I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you mean? And like, I thought you were kind of like, hey, I was like, let's go. I was like, let's go smoke this joint. And then he just like, and he's like, no. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Just like, what do you mean? I'm like, let's go. I was like, let's go outside. I was like, we're smoking actually, no, I didn't say go outside because we'd just light up in my room. My mom would come home and just be like, I was like, weed! Just start freaking out on us. It was so funny. Those are the days. Yeah, but yeah, he hasn't touched a drug in a long time, but Anthony was in his he was in the trenches for a moment there.
What
but-
was that like the first couple months of like not doing anything? Because I mean,
You
I've
know,
only quit
it was
like weed,
actually-
and that's kind of rough. Sometimes.
Well, it was hard being so reliant on something and so dependent on things to the point where like you physically, not even just mentally, physically can't function.
Mhm.
It's rough, and stopping was definitely some like just probably the most like worst things you can possibly imagine physically and mentally just happening. And the first couple months, just like shitty sleep and.
What did it like? Were you depressed during that time, or was it just more physical? Like,
I mean, I'd say
withdrawals?
I don't know what it was. It was just horrible. From what I can remember, I can't really put it into detail, but just yeah, kind of like not. I was kind of like mentally lost. I mean, I didn't really know what.
Yeah.
I can't. It's so hard to explain, but
was
Do you
there?
have any like mindset tips for somebody who's like trying to get out of
Yeah.
that cycle?
So if you want to stop, like actually that is a good question because when I was stopping, I was like hoping I could get help, and you want to get help and this and that, but it all comes down to it's just you. There's nobody there to help you. There's nobody that can really help you. People can talk to you and stuff, but it really just comes down to you, who is the one who has to stop, because there's nobody that can forcefully make you stop, especially here in California.
Was
Yeah,
there was
it's
there
cheating.
something in particular that made you decide to stop?
Yeah, my mom used drugs, and just seeing people go down that path and what it can do to people and the way it happens, and it's a horrible thing, and I don't want to go just be another
Number.
one going down that path,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of people can relate to this too. It's not just.
Yeah. There's a lot of
I mean,
people out
I'm
there.
sure Beckman can relate to it as well, and
Yeah. No, yeah. No, I definitely can. But my situation's a little bit different. Like, my mom, she's an alcoholic. I mean, she's gotten a lot better. Like,
Yeah, you told us how she's gotten.
yeah,
really
no,
good.
she's changed a lot. And I'm very happy for her because, like, when you deal with those people, like, you try to get them help, but it just does not work. They have to change for themselves. It's like with my mom, I tried from like 4th to 6th grade. No, 4th to like 7th grade. No, 4th to freshman year. It was a long time of me just trying to get her to stop like drinking and stuff. But it never happened until like finally she was like dead broke, didn't have any money. She got a new boyfriend. I love Mike. He actually changed her a lot.
her
'Cause,
boyfriend.
yeah. He knows like 9 languages. He'll like,
Wow.
yeah, no, we pull up. It was like, we went to this Italian like dinner, and he was just like, book of the baby, like all this shit. And I was like, what is he saying? And they were like, oh, just like laughing and shit. I was like, Mom, I was like, what is this dude saying? She's like, he knows like 9 different languages. He knows like Taiwanese and all this shit. And I was like, okay. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Like, honestly, I can relate to what you guys have said about like family members and stuff, because like I have a lot of addiction problems in my family, and like that's why I've like tried quitting weed so many times. Is just like I don't want to be like when I'm older. Like I see so many of my family members like alcohol or like weed is like a part of their lives. Like they've been doing it for like 30 plus years, and it's like I can't even imagine quitting that like now. So like imagine then. Like,
Yeah,
it's
30
probably-
years, that's a lot.
Also,
Jeez.
seeing it from your point of view onto somebody that's close to you is hard.
Yeah, it
and
sucks.
it's just also, like you said, trying to convince them to go to rehab or whatever. It's impossible. It's not.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
work.
up to them completely, as I said. But just seeing how they are and you wanting to help them but can't, and it's just a horrible feeling, even though it's completely out of your control and not even your responsibility at all whatsoever.
You feel
You
responsible.
wouldn't. I mean, until you let go. But
Yeah.
I would just hate for me to be that person, already knowing what it's like if I had kids and I still had addiction
Yeah, you
problems.
wanna-
Even if it's as little as, I'm smoking weed every night, my kid sees something wrong with that, my 5-year-old kid, of course he's going to see
Or
something wrong
like
with that.
worse, you like normalize it for them. So
Yeah,
they
no,
think,
you don't wanna
using
do
drugs
that.
regularly is fine.
Yeah, because that'll reflect on them, and they'll be like, okay, my dad smokes. I get to smoke. That's like the exact same mindset I was in, because my mom, one day, like, I was going into her room looking for like cash or something for Clash of Clans, and I was just like, and I opened up this bag, and there was a pipe and some weed, and I instantly called Henry's parents, told them it was crack. I told him she had a crack pipe, and my mom's like, she like, we Jack and I were crying, we're like, you need good, mom smokes crack, just like crying, like riding. Or look at the funny thing was, we tried to ride to Henry's house to tell them, but like we hadn't ridden like our bikes in so long that like the tires were flat, so we were just like, just like crying, like, let's get there, just like. And then when we got there, we obviously looked retarded, because we got home. My mom, like, we thought she was gonna be all like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys." She's like, "You guys are fucking stupid." Like, it's so funny.
There's a little bit of alcoholism in my family, but like my dad, like he used to have it really bad, but now he's really good with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm worried that for me in my future, I can get it, but I just have to like keep a cautious mind about it, like not to abuse substances, because
Exactly.
it can.
I just
it can
feel
easily
like
happen.
if you know you have an addictive personality going into it, it makes it like better. Because like when I started smoking weed, like I just started smoking that shit every day, just being like what's what's the bad thing that could happen?
Yeah.
But then then I got addicted to that shit.
Yeah, you started to rely on it.
But like if you know you have an addictive personality and you're like going to use it 2 days in a row, you maybe be like, I should
Chill out.
But
Chill
I also
out,
think that like things other than weed, because not everybody can smoke weed. I think like more like opiates are completely separate from addictive personality. I think.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
feel like
it's
those are
like
just addictive,
Anyone can get
you know?
addicted to that
Like
shit.
everybody, if you give majority 9, I feel like you give 9 people, 10 people in a room an opiate, like a Klonopin or something, they're gonna 9 out of 10 of them are gonna like it.
My aunt had surgery and she got prescribed opiates and she's still on that.
Yep.
That's what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you guys off, but we got to start wrapping it up. It's been a little bit past 30 minutes, so I wanted to say thank you guys again for coming onto the podcast. Thank you for all the listeners watching or listening. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much, and goodbye.